Hey everyone, and welcome back to Lusatia and episode 11 of this Let's Play on Farm Simulator 17. So today what we're going to do is spray our crops with some fertiliser, or liquid fertiliser. And we're going to get straight into doing that, starting with field number 9. So what I'm hoping to do in the last episode will be to do the harvest of all our fields. So what we've done today is we've actually bought this because we've got a lot of money. So this is the Kuhn, I can't remember what this one's called, the Deltis 1302. There's the rear mounted sprayer and the front tank. It's a 21 metre working width. I know this is in FS17 as part of the Kuhn DLC pack. It's one I've not used a great deal, so I thought I'd give it a go. And I haven't got many mods, so I was looking through the mods folder what I've got. I have sprayers, and I haven't got many mounted sprayers. A lot of them are trailed sprayers or self-propelled sprayers. So I thought I'd just give this one a go to fertilise our field, which shouldn't take too long. This will be the second layer of fertiliser. We previously applied a layer of solid fertiliser before we seeded the field, so it will need one more round of fertiliser, which I'll probably do before we come to do the harvest in the last episode on Friday. That's the first row finished. I had to put the row crops or narrow tyres onto the case because it's the only tractor that I could fit them on. The Deutz does have the narrow tyre option, but it still destroys the crop with those on. So we went with the case, which it's fine. It colours match anyway. It looks fairly decent. It's a nice tractor. I really do like this. It's a really nice mod. I'm not sure if Matt XJS will transfer it over to 19, but we have got the 7200, the Magnum series, which is a similar style to this one in the base game, which is pretty awesome. So hope everyone's having a good week so far. And for anybody watching, have you been watching the live streams on the Giants or Farm Simulator channel on YouTube or Twitch? I couldn't catch the first one on Monday live, so I had to watch the rerun Tuesday morning as I was out. It does look really nice. Really do like the game. There's a few things that still not quite sure about because they haven't showed a huge amount of detail. The placeable system looks like it's an improvement, the way it levels the ground when you place something down, but during the live stream I don't think they chose the best place to show that off, on that quite sloped end to that field, and putting the silage bunkers there, and it like raised the ground up so far the one end it was like you wouldn't probably have to drive up to it. So it does look like you do need to have some sort of relatively flat ground to be able to get the full use out of the placeable system, as you can't alter any terrain around it then. So it's still probably gonna have its issues. So it'll be interesting to see actually when you get hands on how well it's going to work. And we'll be interested to see some more of the buildings as well. I'm not sure quite how I'm going to start the time-lapse series, like what mode. I'm thinking of going for the medium mode rather than completely starting from scratch for the time-lapse, just so we can get straight stuck into working on some fields. Well, not 100% sure exactly what you start with for each different game mode, so I have to have a play around when I get the game before I start recording and seeing how it goes. The horses I probably won't bother with in the time lapse. To be honest, I really don't think it'll look good viewing, just galloping around on a horse trying to build up its stats so we can make a bit of money on it. So the horses are probably one thing I'm not going to bother about. To be honest, looking at it, it's a thing I'll probably do just because it's in the game, but it's not something that I'll be doing very often, let's put it that way. I mean, it depends exactly how you do the training, but from what it looks like you do have to just get on the horse and ride it, jump around, gallop and canter with it to build up its stats, which, yeah, that's not going to make great viewing for a time lapse. So, and the other thing as well, you can't leave a horse by the looks of it. Once you take it out of its little pasture, if you get off the horse, it just automatically spawns it back in the stable area or pasture, whatever you call it. So it's not as if you can really use it as a transport mode to go between different fields where you've got different equipment on, because every time you get off the horse it's just going to disappear. So yeah, kind of a bit odd the way they've done that, but I suppose then probably don't want all your horses just left standing around. And another thing is where it doesn't look like you can put saddles on them. It just looks like they're all bareback riding, which might be a bit uncomfortable. I'll just miss the turning for our field. But I am really interested to actually get it now. I mean, the live streams are all good, but I still always think I'll make judgment when I've actually played the game myself. So it's not long to wait now. I do like the fact that they've changed the ploughing, so you don't have to plough after every 3 harvests now, but you do have to plough after planting potatoes and sugar beets, and there was a few other crops as well. I think it said you have to plough after. Now I'm not sure if that means you can't plant another crop at all unless you plough it after doing potatoes or sugar beets. I'm not sure if that's what it's like in real life, as I say, I've got no experience of that, whether after doing potatoes you would plough the field every time, or whether you can still go over it if you're not replanting potatoes, you're planting a different crop, whether you can go over it with a direct drill, or whether that just won't work at all now. And I like the introduction of the lime I think they've got it in there the lime aids soil compaction, so it reduces the compaction of the soil. So every 3 harvests you have to spread lime on your field to help reduce the compaction, which I'm presuming will just give it a boost to the overall yield of the crops. So I've got a little patch missing there, which I obviously missed when the worker was doing the seeding. Yeah, so that one aids the compaction. I'm presuming it's one of those things that it will just reduce the overall yield if you don't do it. So it's not you have to do it before you can use the field. So whether that's the same with the ploughing as well, is you don't have to do it, but you will get a reduction in the final yield of the field if you don't do it when required. I do like the little help box menu that pops up when you're walking in the field to tell you exactly the field state, which is pretty handy. That's a nice feature they've added in. Last night's stream they were showing off Ravenport. To be honest, there was a lot of things they were showing that I'd rather just discover myself. I think they could have showed a little bit more of other things rather than going around showing the far corners of the map. That it looks pretty, there's some nice detail, but for an hour long stream there was far better things I could think of for them to have shown. But there's plenty more streams to come, so I'm sure they've got a lot to cover, and they'll get over most of it in the next few streams as well. But if you have watched the streams, what did you think? What was your thoughts on it, and what did you like the most, or the look of the most, from the 2 maps we've seen a little bit so far? Yeah, so this is not going to take too long. Just got field 24 to go and do after this. Should be fine on the liquid fertiliser, more than plenty to do all that. So yeah, not quite sure what we're going to do after this. I really don't have any clue. I might actually finish. The animals are all fine. They're like completely all topped up. We've done a lot of that in the last episode, and I have gone through before this episode and just added a bit more to grass for the sheep, because obviously we've got quite a lot of sheep, and I did give the cows another silage bale just to top up their base food. So they're all fine. The greenhouses are fine because we topped up those as well in the last episode. So what I may do is, I think most of the something I always do with the Xbox controller, jump out when you're fertilising. You don't quite get those buttons held down properly. It's a bit annoying at times. I think most of the other fields in the have been harvested. I think they've all pretty much been harvested, so we could look at buying another field as we've got the money and planting that one. But I'm also thinking about just skipping ahead of time and getting one of these fields harvested today, because we've got plenty of time, and trying to do all three in the last episode might be a bit too much, as I'm a bit short on time, because I really want to try and get the time-lapse series all finished before Tuesday. It might be a bit of a struggle. So I did say, I think Monday, I said the last episode this will probably be on the Monday before, but that's not going to happen. It's definitely going to be this Friday, so episode 12 will be the final one. Just give me an extra bit of time on Monday to get another time-lapse video done, and hopefully get those all finished if possible. We'll see. They do take quite a long time to record. Oops, I should have probably stopped them, but there is no giveaway signs on my side. Yeah, they do take quite a lot of time to record, about 2.5 to 3 hours for each one, and I've got quite a lot still to do. So yeah, it'll definitely be Friday, the last episode on here. So this was all just a test for me to kind of give me an idea of how I want to go about doing Let's Plays, because I'd never done anything like this before. I can see quite how difficult it is. Little Deutz file still up here. And when you're trying to do it, just try and work out how much you can fit in an episode, and trying to keep the series progressing. And I've watched a lot of Let's Plays from various different YouTubers, and yeah, I've got a bit more of an appreciation for how difficult it can be sometimes. Now I've actually done a few myself. I'm trying to work out exactly how much to show, how much to do on camera, and how much to do off camera to keep things moving. How long the video should be and all that. It's difficult. I will say I'm going to concentrate on the time lapses for FS17 on the 2 maps to start with. I was thinking about doing a Let's Play on the Lusatia map, because it's a map I've never played on. I know it's not a popular map, and I probably won't get a lot of people watching it, but it'll give me more chance to try and get my style of doing the Let's Plays and how I want to go about actually doing them, and getting everything worked out before I start doing other maps that may get a few more views. So we'll see. I'm not sure when that map's going to be available, as it's not going to be part of the base game, it's just going to be a mod. So it'll be uploaded onto the mod hub to download at some point. They did say in the stream it's not going to be like straight away. So whether that means they've not actually started working on it yet, and they've been concentrating on the actual base game, getting that done, and they're going to start looking at converting it over, making changes once 19's all out, or whether they have been working on it but they're still got a little bit more to do before it's ready. So not sure exactly when that's going to be available, and I probably doubt there will be any other mod maps released before then, as I'm sure it's going to take a few weeks or a few months before we start seeing some mod maps of any decent sort. Anyway, I can imagine if there are any sooner than that. I'm not sure how well they'll be on 19, especially if they're just straight conversions from 17. How well optimised they are for 19, and whether they've implemented any of the new stuff into the game. So it's all a bit of a wait and see on the mod side. Yeah, so what we're going to do is I'll finish this field. I've probably only got a shortly bit to do, and then I'll skip some time until the fields are ready to harvest, and then we'll probably do this one for the rest of this episode, and we'll do the other two in the next one, just to finish things off, and then we can sell all the crops from the harvest and see how much money we finish with. Would have been nice to have a little bit longer on this one and just do a few more things, but to be honest, I think if I was gonna do a small map like this again, I think I'd probably do it on hard mode, because for how much money we made, especially off the silage bales, I could easily have just gone and bought a bigger mower setup and just gone round and done a load more silage bales to earn a lot more money, and you know, could have easily soon bought a lot more fields and bigger equipment. I don't think that would have been an issue money wise. One thing I need to check is whether the actual header for the corn is going to work with the Massey Ferguson, because there's not a header specifically for doing corn with it. It does say you can do all crops with the combine, but obviously not the header that comes with it. So I'm going to try the Capello header, and hopefully that will work fine. If not, we'll have to look again at a different combine. Okay, so we've skipped time and our fields are ready to harvest, and we're going to go ahead and start with field 24. Hopefully this header will work with this combine, as we'll soon find out if we start it up. Yeah, that's working fine, so we can get this one done. We'll probably just do this one today, and then we'll do the two sunflower ones in the next episode and the final one, and then sell off all the crops from this harvest, any other remaining crops we've got, and take the wall pallets over to sell as well. See how much money we end up with. We are down to 184,000 euros now, as I bought the Capello header we've got here, and I've also bought the sunflower header, the small, I think it's the Helianthus, the small Capello one. Bought that one as well because sunflowers is not a crop I've done very often on 17, and I've never used one of the actual headers for sunflowers, so I thought I'd give that a go. So we'll do that in the next episode, so it'll be a case of finishing this one off and getting this done today. I did have a great demand for wool while I was skipping time, and I did skip the next growth stage and then spray the field again, so we've got the full fertilisation states on here. Yeah, I'm not sure what the price was for the great demand for wool. I didn't actually look. It was only a short one, so by the time I'd skipped it, it finished anyway. So yeah, we'll see. And with the 100% wall pallet bonus, well, say the one that's only supposed to be for potatoes and sugar beet, that does work on all pallets, we're going to get a lot more than we would anyway, so, and not that it really matters, it's just a case of seeing how much we end up with, because I haven't added any money to this game. We did sell off the original or most of the original equipment and rebuy different stuff. Some of it, like the combine, was a lot cheaper than what we sold the case for. So yeah, but we have still made quite a bit of money in a short space of time. So I'm going to continue harvesting this field, do it in a time lapse, and then that'll be it for this episode.
There are stains on your photo, little cracks on your rusty frame, stuck in the mud, oh, but it's okay. I don't have the pieces of your home, buried in the flashbacks. All these wicked nightmares have gone cold. Now we go way back, as far as way back goes. Still standing by your side. You know I'll be right here when all the monsters come. I've got you. You grew old in suburbia, where pretty demons never show, shifting shapes in millenniums, but you're okay. I don't have the pieces of your home, buried in the flashbacks. All these wicked nightmares have gone cold. Now we go way back, as far as way back goes. Still standing by your side. You know I'll be right here when all the monsters come.
Okay, so we've just filled up our trailer. So what I thought we'd do, we'd take that over to a sell point. I didn't really think we'd fill the trailer once, to be honest, from the whole field. So we'll have a look at the best price for corn, which is 82 cents per kilogram. I don't know, that's per litre. I forgot it's changed back now. And that is the one that's not far away. Still not sure how to pronounce that one. Alright, so we'll go and sell this, and then we can come back and finish the rest of the field off. So if we head down just past the sawmill and do a left and then follow that dirt road down to the sell point. And see how much money we make on this. So we've got 23,000 litres of corn so far off the field. So I reckon around about 18,000 euros for the trailer load. Probably way off with that, but that's my estimate. Let's see what we get. Will it take us above 200,000? Yep, easy. Got 18,848 euros, because I wasn't far off from my estimate of 18,000. So a little bit more than that, so we can get that field finished off. And the rest of the corn, let's just check, we've got corn still. Yeah, we've got 5,000 litres in the silo, so the rest of it, unless we completely fill the trailer again, we'll just take back to the yard and put in the silo and then sell in the next episode. So we can continue on with the harvest. The header's working great on that combine, works really well. And been great to use this map to get a chance to use quite a few mods that I've not used much or not used at all during any of my other games on FS17, so not sure how many of them will get converted over, or if modders are just going to start concentrating on bringing out new mods, working on new things. We'll see. So let's continue with the harvest.
Now we go way, way back, as far as way back goes. Still standing by your side. You know I'll be right here when all the monsters come. Oh, I've got you.
Okay, so we're just coming up to the last little bit on the field, and then that will be all our corn harvested. And we'll get this in the trailer and get that back to the yard once we've finished this. And then when we come back for the next and final episode on the Upper Lusatia map, we will do the sunflower harvest and sell the rest of the stuff off. Although it's been a short time on this map, I have enjoyed it. It is a nice little map. I would say if I was to do it again, I'd probably start on hard mode, especially if I had a series that had more time. Just because I think even playing on this could have progressed far too quickly and too easily. That's going to be all different in FS19. It's going to be a completely different thing, so I'm really hoping that maps like this one, the Baltic Sea map, which I've really enjoyed playing on that one, similar maps like that do get released on FS19. I'm not sure how modders are going to implement in placeable like the cow, sheep pastures and the pig pens and stuff like that. Whether they're going to leave maps with a lot more open spaces for you to build your own farms on, or whether they're still going to go with a predefined farm, and then just if you want to build your own, then you just buy a field somewhere and place buildings on that. It'll be interesting to see quite how they're going to go about implementing that into the new maps. If we just unload this, got the last 4,100 litres into the trailer. Hopefully this will all fit. So as I keep forgetting, I've got the combine add-on mod and you have to manually unload, which is great, but if you do miss the trailer slightly, it does just go straight on the floor. Are we going to be fill it all? So we've got it all in, not quite full on the trailer. We are 20,303 litres, so still a little bit we can fit in. So that's all our corn harvested. As I said, in the next episode we'll do the sunflowers. I'll get these back to the yard. Animals are all fine. The pigs could do with a little bit, but again, not playing on seasons, there's probably another 2-3 days worth of food and water they've got there, so it's not something we need to worry about. I do think like the amount of pigs we started with, although we're now up to 31 and getting a new pig every 4 hours 40 minutes or so. That's not too bad. Obviously a longer playthrough, then we'd have got to a point where we would actually start being able to sell some of those. The sheep have obviously been fine, and not sure how many full wool pallets we've got. And the cows have covered all the running costs with the amount of money they've been bringing in. I think we had 15, so we've gained 2 since we started. So it's all been rather short and sweet. A little let's play. Let's say 1 episode left, and then that will be it until FS19. So if you do have any questions, comments, please leave them down in the comment section below. And if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, really do appreciate it. And if you've not already subscribed to the channel, then please do consider subscribing, as we've got plenty more farm simulator videos coming every day. And thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you again. Goodbye.